Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Riddhi. This is a username you're using over at my VoxyPop discussion group called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. If you do me a favor, I'm having trouble using the recording button here at VoxyPop. So until I can figure out that problem, if you want to just email me your speaking audio files and then I will score them directly that way, that would probably be the best thing that we can do right now. So anyway, let's listen to what you have to say on the integrated speaking number 10.
The main passage gives general information about the low pressure center. Pressure is coming towards our area, that means low pressure centers. When the low pressure is coming towards our area, that means
let me go back to the beginning one more time. Hold on.
The reading passage gives general information about the low pressure centers.
And what does the listening passage do? Does it give an example of a low pressure center called a blizzard? So what is the relationship between the reading and the lecture?
When the low pressure is coming towards our area, that means it leads to cloudy weather and precipitation. Professor continues the topic by giving illustration that all winter storms are the part of low pressure center.
You want to produce your part. The P and your T consonants, you need to produce those with more airs so I don't confuse them with D's or B's.
And it leads to dry and dry snow weather. According to NWS, it is very dangerous. And
according to what now? Let me go back again.
Dry and dry snow weather. According to NWS, it is very dangerous.
That I'm not sure what you're saying there, so there's some problems with your intelligibility.
And they announced the forecast around 48 hours ago. That warning means they are going to affect a lot of things. It is difficult to see and it is very dangerous to drive during that time. Wind comes like 56 km an hour and the temperature is very low. It's below -7 degrees Celsius. And without the heat, the buildings are getting very cold and it is very difficult to survive in that. Social, like schools and businesses, they get closed during this time. So this is how the winter storm is associated with the low pressure.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about your speaking task here in just a minute. So you have 1 minute and 14 seconds. So when you're summarizing, you want to focus on the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. I have a feeling you're trying to talk about everything, so that's not really what it is when we summarize. So you want to try to get this down to about 59 seconds. Okay, so with the actual rubrics here, let me go to the integrated rubrics for just a second where I can kind of give you a general idea what your score might be. I'm going to put you in the 2 range on this one. I think in terms of delivery, listener effort is needed, so sometimes I cannot make out some of the words that you're saying, so that makes it a little bit difficult. I'm going to say in terms of your topic development, you need a little bit better organization. For example, in the beginning, you might say the reading passage discusses low pressure centers and the lecture gives an example of a type of low pressure center. And the example, of course, is blizzards. And you didn't even mention that at all in the lecture part of the speech there. So I think you might be missing the key, the main point of the listening passage and how it connects back to the reading passage. So here I'm going to put you at 2.3 out of 4 or 18 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Alright, and thank you for completing the practice test.